Alright guys, got another bow review for you. Wanted to review this bow just in time for the hunting season. I've actually got today a 2012 PSE Dream Season EVO Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation limited edition bow. Got America's Best Bowstrings, and I've actually got it in the Black Riser camo limb finish, which looks pretty good. No complaints there. Finish is just flawless. No dipping problems on the limbs. This bow is a used bow. It was used before I got it, so no problem with the peeling on the decals on the limbs. They actually look pretty cool. I'll bring them up close to you so you can see them. Same on bottom and top limb. Anyway, specs on this bow: it has a brace height of 6 inches. Comes in peak weights of 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 pounds. This bow is actually a 70-pound bow. One thing to note about PSE is that they advertise their bows in peak weights, especially with these preloaded limbs. The X-Force technology on the limbs, they will not back down a full 10 pounds. Usually, from what I've read on forums and things, I haven't tested this out, but they'll back down about, anywhere from 4 to 7 pounds, depending upon which bow you got and how you have it tuned and things of that nature. So anyway, this bow is set at 65 pounds. That's the lowest I could get it, comfortable for me. The bow also has a IBO speed rating of 345 feet per second, has a mass weight of 4.2 pounds with 75% let off. It comes in draw lengths ranging from 25 to 30 inches, which are pretty neat. PSE's got this deal where you can adjust it on the cam with a rotating module. They do this for most of their bows. I know their Omens do not do this, their cam specific draw lengths, but this one, the Dream Season EVO and any of the other EVOs, from what I recall, do come with the adjustable rotating module, which is really nice if you're picking up a used bow or things of that nature. You don't have to worry about spending 60 or 70 bucks on a different cam or a different module or something of that nature. So I'm going to shoot this bow, give you my impressions on the draw cycle, the overall feel of the bow. Oh, one other spec I did forget to mention: the bow is 32¼ inches axle to axle, so nice and short for tree stand hunters, blind hunters, anything of that nature. And for you to get a speeds of 345 feet per second advertised IVO out of a bow that's 32¼ inches axle to axle is pretty sick. So we're going to shoot this. Now, I did IBO rate this bow, or I did speed rate this bow with my chronograph. I don't have any clips of that, but I was shooting a 416 grain Beeman ICS arrow, ICS Hunter, and the bow was set on 65 pounds, 29-inch draw length, and it was shooting 295 feet per second. Pretty consistently, I shot 4 or 5 arrows out of it. So I mean, I have no doubts that it'll meet 345 feet a second IBO. But I've got one of the Trophy Ridge Revolution rests on here, drop away rests. So I'm just going to draw it back real quick, do a creep test, all that good mess. So draw cycle is smooth, very smooth, but stiff all the way throughout. Comes to a nice breakover, decent valley. You don't have much of a valley that may creep. I mean, you can see you don't have much creep, but the bow doesn't. It really does not want to jump out of your hand. This is 65 pounds. I'm used to shooting 60 pounds, so it's a little heavy for me. And you can see, it wants to go, but even when it pulls against you, it's not a heavy pull. Especially for guys shooting back tension, this bow is really good. No cam lean, limbs look good. Let's go ahead and shoot it. Fair amount of noise. Bow doesn't really do anything when you shoot, but it does have some residual vibration in the handle that I can feel. Now, I was gripping the bow that time just because I'd held it for a while and I didn't want it to fly out of my hands, but everything you'd expect from a speed bow. That's just, lay it down the way it is. This bow is super fast. You're going to get a lot of penetrating power and things of that nature. But as far as hand shock, quietness, draw cycle, you really are sacrificing some things with this bow. In comparison to some of the other bows that I've shot, other bows that shoot not as fast, but other bows in this price range and things of that nature, this is, make no bones about it, it is a speed bow. It is rated for 345 feet a second, and it shoots like it's rated for 345 feet a second. The draw cycle is stiff all the way back. It's very smooth. There's no humps, nothing like that. There's no huge hump when you get back to the valley. The cams just kind of roll over real nice and easy. And the bow certainly doesn't want to pull against you and jump out of your hand. You can creep a little bit with it, but make no bones about it. Getting this puppy back on a cold day is going to be relatively difficult. So if you are used to shooting 70 pounds, I probably wouldn't order a 70-pound version of this bow. If you're used to shooting, 65, 60 pounds, I'd probably back it off 5 pounds. You're still probably maintaining enough speed to outshoot any other bow, but it does shoot heavy. I mean, it pulls heavy. So I got another arrow. We're going to put one more through it just start to finish. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm just going to leave my hand resting comfortably around the grip, and we'll show you how it shoots there. Just touching my first 2 fingers. And you can see the bow kind of lunges forward. I don't have any kind of slow-mo replay or anything like that, but you see the bow kind of lunges forward, but the bow, I mean, it doesn't tilt one way or the other. It doesn't tilt side to side. This was the first year they put the planar flex riser on there. I think it did help the bow just a little bit with regards to how their bows shot. I know I've shot the Bow Madness and some older X-Forces that seem to kind of want to sway or seem to want to kick out one end or the other. This bow just kind of lunges forward a little bit on both top and bottom cam, but ultimately it feels pretty decent in your hand. It's not as comfortable to shoot as other bows. It's certainly not, you're not going to get this bow for the comfort factor. It's when I got this bow, it was out of tune. It was really easy to tune, so there's a plus there. It was really easy to get back in tune for a dual cam bow, and their cable system is relatively simple. So if you are a home bow mechanic, don't be afraid of getting this bow. Even though it is a dual cam, it's really easy to tune. And once tuned, it shoots pretty good. The America's Best bowstrings are relatively decent. I haven't owned this bow long enough to have any kind of string stretch or anything like that, but I have had other bows that I've had for quite a while with the America's Best and really haven't noticed any issues, no peep rotation or anything like that. Like I said, the bow, my impressions of the bow is that it looks great. This bow looks sick. It's a really cool looking bow. You can do a lot to quiet it down. You can put some stuff on the strings, losing a little bit of speed there, but you put some stuff on the strings. There's a couple extra drill outs, slots for some additional string stops if you want to put them on there for the top and bottom of the riser. So that's really kind of convenient. One thing I really like about this bow, and all PSEs have this, is the adjustable mounting slots for the sight. Those are really handy, especially if you run out of room on your sight, top or bottom. But this bow out to 30 yards, you really will only need one pin out to 30 yards at 295 feet a second. I mean, no big deal there. So anyway, like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, please. If you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, please post them on the comment line. Keep it clean, as always. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.